pause for a moment, because in this video, you'll discover why your entire life, down to your parents and every heartbreak you've faced, was chosen by you. Have you ever felt that sensation of familiarity to someone you have never met before, or a new place you feel knowing already? You weren't imagining it, you were remembering. 1200 years ago, an ancient manuscript surfaced, revealing the 7 sacred stages your soul passed through before birth. Most people will never remember it, because we were forced to forget. Governments and religions erased this secret knowledge from history because it was too powerful. But today, your awakening begins. If you've ever felt trapped, lost, or wondered, why am I here? This video is the missing page your soul has been waiting to remember. And once you remember, you'll finally see the hidden patterns behind your life's struggles, relationships, and your deepest purpose. There is a book you were never meant to read. Over 1200 years ago, deep in the Himalayan mountains, a secret order of mystics gathered in silence to map the exact journey your soul takes before birth, not after death, but before you even took your first breath. They wrote what became known in whispers as the Codex Anime. Some say fragments of it survived in the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Others recognize its patterns, hidden in Gnostic texts and the teachings of ancient mystery schools. But the full manuscript, erased, hidden, buried by religions and governments that feared one thing: you'd stop being so easy to control. If you access this knowledge, your life will never be the same. These secret pages rewrite everything you think you know about your life. You didn't land in this life by accident. Your parents, you chose them. Your body, you selected it. That heartbreak that shattered you years ago, you agreed to it. Nothing was random. Your soul selected every circumstance, even your biggest challenges, as part of a precise plan. Every person who betrayed you, every limitation that made you feel broken, every impossible obstacle that pushed you to the edge, you placed them there. Because before you were born, your soul knew they were necessary to shape the exact experience you needed. And yet, you forgot. That feeling of emptiness. That question you've whispered on sleepless nights. Why am I here? It's the side effect of forgetting who you are and why you came here. Because you decided all of this for a purpose. It's not because you're lost. It's because the memory of your soul's purpose was hidden. But what if you could remember? Because this book is not just ancient history. It's your soul's forgotten blueprint. And once you remember why you chose each challenge, each relationship, each seeming detour, you'll finally understand everything was part of your soul's master plan. A plan chosen by you. A plan designed to help you become who you were always meant to be. So what are these stages? The Codex Anime reveals 7 transformative phases your soul passed through, each one holding keys to why your life looks exactly the way it does today. It's an extraordinary journey of choice, challenge, and ultimately forgetfulness. And now, for the first time, you're about to remember them all. Let's dive in, starting with Stage 1, where it all began. Stage 1. The eternal call of consciousness. Before you chose a life, before you selected a body, something happened first. Your soul heard the call. Across ancient texts, it's been called many names: the cosmic invitation, the breath of source, or the soul's summon. But whatever words are used, it began the same way. A whisper stirred your consciousness awake. It's your soul's first heartbeat. You didn't begin with form. You began as awareness itself, floating in a vast space of pure consciousness, where all is peaceful and still. And then, a whisper, a cosmic summon only you could hear, a desire to experience separation, sensation, life. Imagine resting in a realm of pure light, an infinite peace stretching in all directions. Everything around you is calm and peaceful. You feel warm, comfortable, gentle, soothing. Waves of energy flow through you. Your thoughts drift quietly, freely in this endless space. And suddenly, you feel that quiet knowing rise within you. It's time to return, time to evolve further. This feeling wasn't forced. It wasn't a punishment. It was an invitation. The universe needed you to play your role again. Your soul knew. Earth is a place of contrast and growth. And still, you felt called to return. Your soul resonated with that infinite mystic vibration and replied, "I'm ready to journey again." Mystery schools symbolize this call as the tone of creation, a frequency only your soul could hear, pulling you into incarnation. And here's the part most people don't realize. That call, it didn't vanish. It still echoes inside you, right now. It echoes in your restless dreams. Every time you felt, "I'm here for more." Every anxious urge to seek, to grow, to remember. Those aren't random feelings. They are echoes of stage 1. Eternal imprints resonating within you, whispering your entire life, that you have a purpose. And understanding this call will help you understand something even deeper. Your life didn't start at birth. It started the moment your soul answered that call. You're older and wiser than you might think. This stage is the first key to remembering why you came here at all. Stage 2, the life review. Think about those moments that weigh heavy on your conscience. Those words left unsaid, paths not taken, and choices you wish you could undo. We all carry these invisible burdens, the weight of past regrets, paralyzing guilt, and what we perceive as unforgivable mistakes. Yet somehow, we sense these experiences serve a greater purpose. Here's something remarkable. Before your soul entered this life, it underwent a profound review of all these experiences, gaining deep understanding and wisdom from each one. Based on the Codex Anime, the second step your soul goes through is the life review. Before you could choose anything about this life, like your body or goals, you had to remember who you had already been. Imagine standing before an infinite screen, watching the entire story of your soul unfold. Every word you spoke, every relationship you touched, every moment of love, and every moment of harm. But here's the twist. You didn't see it through your own eyes. You felt it through the eyes of those you affected. In this profound stage, you directly witness the ripples of your choices, feeling the pain of those you hurt, experiencing the joy of those you inspired, and sensing how your presence transformed others' paths. Every action echoes through other souls, like a web. This stage is not meant to judge you, not as guilt, but as direct experience. This is why so many who've had near-death experiences whisper the same words. My life flashed in front of my eyes. They glimpsed, for a brief moment, the life review. Stage 2 was resurfacing. But what is the purpose of this stage? Here you witness where you cultivated compassion, and where forgiveness remained a challenge. You see moments when truth guided you, and times when fear held you back. After your life review, your soul will ask himself, where did I grow? Where did I shrink? Where is my soul still incomplete? Because without that understanding, you could not have chosen what to experience next. And here's how you can take advantage of the knowledge of this stage. Knowing your soul has already reviewed every action changes everything. Rather than seeing mistakes as failures, you recognize them as stepping stones, on your soul's journey. When you realize that guilt only imprisons you while consciousness sets you free, everything shifts. Forgiveness becomes a gift, not just to others, but to yourself. This awareness helps you move through life with more grace, more compassion, and a deeper understanding of your true purpose. So, like a painter stepping back to view the entire canvas, your soul reviewed its masterpiece and noticed the brushstrokes still unfinished. And from that understanding, you began designing your next life, this life. Stage 2 gave you that clarity, and that clarity shaped everything that came next. Stage 3, the Council of Souls. Have you ever wished for guidance when facing life's biggest decisions? We often feel isolated when contemplating our choices, believing we must navigate life's complexities alone. Yet there's a profound truth waiting to be revealed. You've always had powerful allies walking beside you. Since before your first breath, an ancient and compassionate force has been watching over your journey, helping shape your destiny with infinite wisdom and unconditional love. After your soul answered the call, and after you reviewed the full tapestry of your past lives, you didn't plan your next incarnation alone. Imagine sitting in a vast, radiant chamber. It's calm, expansive, unshakable. You entered this realm beyond time and sat before the Council of Souls. Their presence surrounds you, a timeless assembly of wise, luminous beings. They've guided you across lifetimes. They've been your mentors, your allies, your soul family. They don't judge, they don't command. They reflect, like a mirror showing you your soul's deepest truth. They understand your essence more deeply than you understand yourself. You feel seen, like they understand you in ways words can't describe. They hold the memory of every journey you've taken, every challenge you've faced, and every triumph you've achieved. In ancient mystery schools, they were known by many names. Some called them the Lords of Karma. Others spoke of the Keepers of the Flame. And in Gnostic circles, they were revered as the Elders of Light, timeless guides who hold the records of all your existence. Across traditions and ages, whispers of this council have always existed, a hidden brotherhood of wisdom, patiently waiting to help you shape your next journey. The Council of Souls and you, together, analyzed. What did you master in past lives? Where did you struggle? What lessons does your soul still crave to experience? Then came the deeper questions. Would you return as a healer, a catalyst for others, a student of forgiveness? Would you face challenges that stretch you so you can evolve faster? Would you choose comfort or growth, ease or mastery? The council didn't hand you a script. They let you reply to all of these questions. They showed you possibilities, multiple paths your next life could take, depending on how you choose to walk it. Have we got any proof of the existence of Stage 3, the Council of Souls? Obviously we do. Think about that strange, magnetic pull towards certain people. That feeling of, I've met you before, the first time your eyes meet. It traces back to Stage 3. Because some of those souls left the council with you and incarnated alongside your journey. Your closest companions, deepest loves, strongest rivals. You chose them and they chose you. You looked each other in the eye and said, I'll help you remember who you are if you help me grow into who I came here to be. Understanding that you have a loving spiritual council team guiding you changes everything about how you see life. Most importantly, you realize you can actively reconnect with this council through meditation, genuine prayer, and moments of deep stillness. Their ancient wisdom and guidance remain accessible. Whenever you need clarity, courage, or direction on your path. After this stage comes what is perhaps the most important step. Stage 4, choice of life's purpose. The stage most often forgotten by souls after incarnation. Have you ever felt a mysterious sensation, as if your life was meant for something greater? Days pass the same, and you don't know where to go. Each day that feels incomplete, each dream that seems just out of reach, is actually a whisper from your innermost being. When you experience that subtle feeling that there must be more to life, you're actually sensing an echo of the profound moment when your soul chose its purpose. After hearing the call, completing the life review, and meeting with your council of souls, and before taking a body, you made the most crucial decision of all. Why am I going back? New Age spiritual contexts call it the soul's agreement, sealed before descent. In ancient mystery schools, they called this moment choosing your initiation path. The Codex Anime states this clearly. No soul incarnates without a mission. We all have a sacred why. Long before your birth, you sat in a timeless space and gazed into the mirror of all your past lives, and you saw it clearly. The patterns that kept repeating, the wounds left open, the wisdom not yet mastered. And in that moment, with infinite clarity and compassion, you chose. Each soul mission is unique. Each destiny is irreplaceable. But here's the most profound truth. Your soul is wise beyond measure. It never assigns you a calling beyond your potential. You didn't merely select your mission, you equipped yourself for it. Within you already lies every skill, talent, and strength required to fulfill what you came here to do. But here's what most people get wrong, and what society never told you. Your sacred path was never about material things, not a career, not a job title, not even worldly achievements. After death, we will be souls again. So why tie your mission to something material when your soul outlives it all? These soul missions are about the growth of our essence. Maybe it was to finally learn self-love after lifetimes of neglect, to speak your truth after ages of silence, to wield compassion after misusing power, to understand forgiveness after deep betrayal, or to embody courage after lifetimes of fear. Whatever your path, you embraced it fully, knowing it would stretch you, challenge you, awaken you. But there's one catch. Before you incarnated, you agreed to forget. That was part of the challenge, to rediscover your purpose from within the veil. But what if I told you there's a way to remember everything, a way to access these sacred stages, unlock your soul's mission, and finally understand why you're here? At the end of this video, I'll reveal an ancient method preserved in the Codex Anime that can pierce through the veil and reconnect you directly with your soul's deepest calling. Stay with me, because this knowledge could completely transform how you view your entire existence. Your purpose isn't just a distant memory. It's alive in every breath you take. It speaks through your deepest intuitions, shines through your unique talents, and guides you through life's challenges. Each obstacle you face isn't a barrier. It's a signpost pointing toward your soul's chosen path. When you truly understand this, everything transforms. Your challenges become growth opportunities. Your passions become gateways to purpose, and your everyday experiences become sacred stepping stones on your soul's journey. This isn't just about remembering why you came. It's about awakening to who you truly are. Stage 5, choice of body and family. Have you ever wondered, why was I born in this family, in this country? Why these struggles? Most people assume life is a random lottery, a cosmic dice roll that assigned you a family, a body, and challenges without your input. But the Codex Animi reveals a profound truth. Nothing was random. Everything was chosen. Once your soul defined its sacred mission, a new question emerged. Where do I need to go to fulfill this mission? In ancient mystery schools, this was called the weaving of destiny, the conscious design of your perfect life circumstances. Picture yourself looking at a huge map of all the different lives you could live, like threads in a giant tapestry. Each one shows a different path your life could take, and you can see all the things you once thought were just random chance. The parents who might raise you, the childhood challenges that would shape you, the cultural beliefs you'd be surrounded by, the genetics and body you'd inhabit, the social conditions you'd navigate. And in that moment, you chose not what was easiest, but what was most precise for your soul's evolution. I understand. This may be challenging to accept, especially when confronting lives marked by deep suffering, trauma, or injustice. It might seem impossible that your soul would willingly choose such difficult circumstances. Yet from the soul's higher perspective, even the most painful experiences serve as catalysts for profound growth and awakening. Your eternal soul sees beyond temporary human suffering and recognizes the deeper purpose and the potential for transformation in every challenge. This is a hard truth. It might even feel impossible to accept, but when you truly grasp it, your entire relationship with suffering transforms. That strict father who never showed affection, he forged your resilience, pushing you to discover self-validation instead of endless approval seeking. Born into a body with chronic illness, you chose to master patience, humility, and compassion through vulnerability. Always felt uncomfortable in your gender or appearance. That friction was designed to push you into radical self-acceptance, beyond societal labels. Born into poverty or wealth, both are profound classrooms. Poverty sharpens resourcefulness. Wealth tests responsibility. You didn't fall into life. You crafted it. The people, the place, the conditions, they weren't punishments. They were hand-selected by you to awaken the exact strengths needed to fulfill your soul's mission. And when you truly embrace this, something extraordinary happens. Those difficult relationships transform into sacred teachers. Instead of seeing yourself as a helpless victim of fate, you'll realize that you're a powerful soul who bravely chose this earthly journey as a path to grow and transform. Once the circumstances of your life were set, only one final step remained before your descent into the physical world. The moment that would seal your soul's sacred contract forever. Stage 6, the amnesia contract. After choosing your mission, after weaving every detail of your life's conditions, you stood before the final threshold. You were ready to descend into form, to step into a human body, into time, into space. But first, there was one last agreement. Across ancient traditions, this moment was no mystery. In the Greek mystery schools, it was called the river Lethe, a river of forgetfulness from which all soul drank before rebirth. In Hermetic texts, it was known as the veil of Isis, a shroud that hides eternal truth from mortal eyes. Imagine it. You're standing before the gateway of incarnation, feeling the weight of everything you prepared for, your mission, your soul family, your carefully chosen circumstances, and knowing, I'm about to forget it all. Stage 6 is when you put on the veil. You agreed to forget your purpose, to forget the higher realms and the grand design itself. But why forget everything since the eternal call? Wouldn't remembering make our soul's growth easier? You didn't forget as punishment. You chose it. as a sacred act of courage. The Codex Animi makes it clear the forgetting is the test, and the remembering is the awakening. Without forgetting, there can be no true choice. Without forgetting, love wouldn't be chosen freely. Without forgetting, growth would be artificial, hollow. You knew that if you carried all your soul's memories into this life, your journey wouldn't be an authentic experience. Your growth wouldn't be earned. And so, with full awareness, you stepped through the veil. Remember, you are a remarkable being, whose essence extends far beyond the physical confines of your body, far more than the name you were given, far more than the story you've lived so far. You are an eternal being who has simply forgotten. Even in moments of doubt, confusion, and pain, your true essence remains untouched. But here's the secret. The veil is not perfect. Even now, echoes break through. Those uncanny moments of déjà vu. I've been here before. Dreams that feel more real than waking life. That deep inner knowing. I'm here for something greater, even if I can't remember what. These aren't random glitches. This is stage 6 surfacing. They're whispers from beyond the veil, reminding you of what you once knew. In just a few minutes, I'll show you how to start tearing away the veil, how to finally understand the deep meaning of all your suffering, and how to rediscover the purpose you chose before you were born. Stay with me, because the knowledge that follows has the potential to illuminate everything your soul has been desperately searching for throughout this journey. Stage 7, birth. After accepting the amnesia contract and wearing the veil of forgetfulness, your soul took the final step. You stepped through the gateway of incarnation. Imagine leaving a realm where you were weightless, boundless, connected to all, and descend from the spiritual realms into the dense vibrations of physical reality. Across ancient traditions, this sacred moment was known. In the Codex Animi, it's called the compression of light. In mystery schools, it was symbolized as the sacred entry or the heroic fall into matter. Not a sin, but a deliberate, courageous act. Your soul passed through layers of reality, from higher planes, into etheric, into astral, becoming smaller and denser with each step. And finally, you entered physical matter, merging with your human vessel. You enter this world tiny and vulnerable. With your first breath, your first cry, you begin the human journey. The physical realm greets you with its raw duality, both harsh and beautiful. Sensations flood in, warmth against cold, soft touches, bright lights. Everything feels new, yet deep within, an ancient wisdom still glimmered, the eternal spark of your soul. This connection to your spiritual origin remains strongest in early childhood. Young children often speak of past lives with remarkable clarity, engage with invisible companions, and experience dreams that seem to bridge different realms. As time passes and society's expectations take hold, this ethereal connection gradually dims. Yet even as the years pass, that inner knowing never fully fades. In life's quietest moments, in times of profound emotions, sudden déjà vu, or flashes of deep knowing, your soul whispers. It gently reminds you of the brave leap you took, of the sacred purpose that brought you here. Take a moment to appreciate your own courage. You chose to enter this life. You agreed to forget who you truly are. Also, you could embark on a sacred mission, to live as a human, while carrying the hidden spark of your eternal soul. When you were born, you didn't just start living on earth. You began a heroic journey, a quest to find your true self again. And now you have the chance to remember everything your soul went through. But before we can rise again, we must confront something darker, something that blocked your memory even deeper. Because after your descent, there was another veil, one placed not by your soul, but by external forces, systems designed to silence your soul before you could even hear its voice. Why was all of this hidden from us? Why did the world work so hard to erase the Codex Anime, and with it, the truth of our soul's journey? We're about to expose the indoctrination and how to break free from it forever. After your soul descended on Earth, and after you agreed to forget through the amnesia contract, you arrived here. But something that ruined the cosmic symphony happened. Something that wasn't planned by the Codex Animi. Governments, religions, and society itself placed another veil upon you. Why? Because the truth is dangerous. A human who remembers their soul is free, uncontrollable, impossible to dominate. But a human who forgets, a human who thinks they are just a body, just a mind, just a citizen, just a number, they are compliant, obedient, and lost. Let's be clear, this wasn't random. When human civilizations rose, certain powers discovered a secret. If people forget their divinity, they become dependent. And so, layer by layer, a second veil was woven. But what did this veil look like? You know it. You lived it. Religion told you the divine was outside you. It turned sacred inner truths into rigid outer rules. Obey this, or be damned. Follow this, or be cast out. Education trained you to memorize, not to awaken. Sit still, don't question, repeat, obey. Culture shamed your soul's voice. Past lives, fantasy, intuition, irrational, invisible friends, just a phase. Materialism told you, you are only flesh, success is money, happiness is consumption. The soul doesn't exist. Every time you heard, stop dreaming, be realistic, don't question authority, that's just your imagination. The veil of indoctrination tightened, tighter and tighter, until you forgot you were veiled at all. But there is a crack in the system. It never fully worked. Not on you. Because even inside this world, you felt it. That strange discomfort, that sense. Something's off here, but I can't explain it. That quiet whisper. There must be more to life than this. That was your soul, pushing against the veil. And the truth is, you are not crazy. You were waking up. You were under a system designed to keep you asleep. But now that you know both veils, the amnesia contract, chosen by you, and the veil of indoctrination, placed by systems, you have power again, real power, because the veil only works when you don't see it. And once seen, it can't be forgotten. By questioning old beliefs, trusting your intuition over imposed dogma, and remembering that you are more than this world tells you, you weaken the veil. And now, it's time to break it forever. We will expose exactly how to pierce through this system and reclaim everything that was stolen from your soul. You're about to cross a line, one the rulers never wanted you to see. Once you step through, you'll never see reality the same way again. You've felt the call, reviewed your past lives, sat with the council, chosen your purpose, woven your destiny, donned the veil of forgetfulness, and descended into form. Now comes a pivotal moment in your journey, the sacred opportunity to pierce through the veil of forgetfulness. I'll guide you step by step, so you can begin to recall the 7 sacred stages of your pre-birth journey, reconnect with your council of souls, and rediscover your soul's true purpose in this life. So, how do you start peeling back the veil? There are 2 main gateways, looking within and looking around you. First, we turn inward. Because soul memory doesn't live in books. It doesn't live in history. It lives in the quiet spaces inside you. waiting to be heard. But first, remember this: you need to use your intuition in this process to succeed. While our world prizes logic above all else, your soul communicates through subtle knowing. Don't overthink it. Feel the intuitions rising within you. The first step is silence. Not just silence around you, but silence within you. In our modern world of constant noise and distraction, finding moments of true quiet has become rare, and that's no accident. For in silence, the forgotten whispers of your soul being to emerge. Even 5 minutes of daily meditation acts like a beacon in the darkness. Each mindful breath draws you closer to your eternal essence. After you recollect silence and tranquility, you can start your inner brainstorming. Begin by remembering the people who shaped you most deeply. 3 who hurt you profoundly. 3 who uplifted you beyond words. These souls are not random. They are likely companions who sat with you in the Council of Souls, who made sacred agreements to meet you again in this life. Some agreed to challenge you, to force your growth. Others promised to support you, to remind you of truth when you forgot. Maybe it was the partner who betrayed you and shattered your trust, the friend who abandoned you just when you needed them most, the parent who criticized you endlessly, making you feel unworthy no matter how hard you tried. It hurt deeply. But on a soul level, perhaps, that betrayal taught you to stand alone and find your inner strength. That abandonment pushed you to self-reliance, to become who you were meant to be. And that criticism sparked the fire that made you prove your worth to yourself, not others. Now, widen your gaze to your family and the conditions you were born into: poverty or wealth, conflict or peace, tradition or rebellion. Your soul chose your family because it was the best one to reach its true purpose. But don't stop at people. Your soul also left clues through your passion, those deep, unexplainable pulls you've felt your entire life. Maybe you've always been drawn to gardening, not just as a hobby, but as a sacred act of nurturing life and watching transformation unfold. Perhaps in past lives, you were a healer, herbalist, or caretaker of the earth. Maybe reading has always consumed you, an insatiable hunger to uncover hidden truths, ancient wisdom, or distant worlds. A sign that you were once a seeker, philosopher, or scribe. Or maybe sports lit a fire in you, not just for competition, but for mastering your body and spirit through discipline and flow. Echoes of lives as a warrior, dancer, or explorer, pushing the edges of possibility. These passions aren't random hobbies. They are fingerprints left by your soul, reminders of abilities, lessons, and experiences you've carried across lifetimes. But remember, your journey of remembrance extends far beyond the inner realm. The universe itself conspires to help you remember, leaving powerful signs and messages through the world around you, if you have the courage to see them. Pay attention to your dreams. Dreams offer another gateway to soul memory. During sleep, your consciousness partially releases its physical bonds, allowing deeper truths to surface through lucid dreams, vivid symbols, and profound experiences. Pay attention to those dreams where you meet seemingly strange faces that feel deeply familiar, or visit places you've never been, but recognize instantly. These are often glimpses of your soul's vast memory, trying to reach through. But what if I told you there's an even more powerful external tool for remembering all 7 stages of your soul's journey? Think about those moments that make you pause in wonder. Numbers that follow you everywhere, like seeing 11:11 on the clock day after day, or repeatedly encountering your birth date in random places. Strangers appear with exactly the message you need, like that bookstore owner who recommended the exact book, addressing your current life challenge, or that friend texting you at the precise moment you think of him. These aren't mere coincidences, they are synchronicities. They are the universe's language, speaking directly to your soul, confirming that you are being divinely guided on this path of remembrance. If you want to master this sacred language, I've created a powerful guide that reveals exactly how synchronicities work, how to recognize, interpret, and respond to them, to accelerate your soul's awakening. Click on the video appearing on screen right now. Take a breath, because the remembering has already begun. I'll meet you in the next chapter.